Today is 9th of November and you are watching the AI GitHub Trend Report. Wow, what a week! 9 out of 18 trending repositories on GitHub are related to generative AI. Let's start with Screenshot to Code, which is trending on GitHub for the second week. Screenshot to Code can transform screenshots, mockups, or other design files into reactor view code using Tailwind for styling. I haven't tested the code yet, but from similar programs I experimented with, I can imagine that the code that this project generates gives you at least a valuable starting point to continue the development of your website. I think in this regard, this repo is a nice example of a property of LLMs that is still widely unknown, namely the capability of Gen AI tools to recognize and conceptualize an image so that its content can be reproduced within a formal language. I think that this generic ability of LLMs has not fully explored yet. Next up, we have kotaemon, an open source RAG UI designed for seamlessly interacting with your documents. You know, I am a big fan of RagFlow, another open source project on Github, which gives you really a powerful toolset for RAG-based chatbots that run out of the box. Kotaemon is interesting because it is written in Python, based on the Gradio framework, which, similar to Streamlit, Dash, and Typey, enables users to quickly write web applications directly in Python. So in this regard, kotaemon is a web application written in Python with the Gradio framework, which creates on the one hand a nice UI, and on the other hand makes it pretty accessible for Python developers. Speaking of Python developers, the next repository, OpenHands, is also written in Python. It is an AI-powered platform for everything a software developer needs to do. OpenHands can modify code, execute commands, interact with APIs, and even pull solutions from forums like StackOverflow. As you can see in this video that they show on their website, the LLM is given the link to a repository and asked to write some unit tests for a Python function. OpenHands moderates the conversation with the LLM in such a way that the system downloads the repo, writes the unit tests, and pushes the changes back to the repo in a separate branch. Pretty impressive. This reminds me of the hype around AutoGPT, Baby AGI, and so on, where people try to use LLMs as fully capable agents. In this regard, OpenHands is maybe another project that addresses this goal, but by constraining itself to software development use cases, it might be more efficient and more fail-safe in executing its tasks. Also trending this week is Kahoj, a personal AI assistant. Kahoj is a chat environment in which you can retrieve answers from both the internet and your personal documents and automate repetitive tasks. It can act as an AI assistant, finding relevant information with semantic search, generating images, and even giving you personalized updates. This repository encapsulates how open-source, self-hostable AI is pushing forward accessibility and usability, showing how AI isn't just an abstract frontier, but is more and more becoming a practical everyday tool. Whether you're building your own agents or exploring custom chat models, Kahoj is an interesting example for augmenting large language models with personal data and agent-like behavior. Repomix packages entire repositories into a single AI-friendly format, optimizing the content size for language models. This approach aligns with the trend in AI to seamlessly bridge the gap between human-readable code and AI-driven insights for Copilot-like use cases. It is interesting that such repos get so much momentum. In my opinion, it shows the clear interest and value that developers see in using large language models in their coding context. Again, I did not find the time to try this repo out by myself. But if anybody has experience with such customized large language models, I would be very interested to hear your opinion on that. pgai is a toolkit for developing AI applications that can leverage data in a PostgreSQL database. By building on popular extensions like pgvector, pgai simplifies the process of creating retrieval augmented generation (RAG) systems and semantic search capabilities all within SQL. It leverages embeddings to enrich data interactions, perform vector searches, and even integrates large language models, LLMs, for tasks such as summarization, classification, and data enrichment. On the GitHub site, they write, "Because data is the foundation of most AI applications, pgai makes it easier to leverage your data in AI workflows." I think this is interesting, as this and other repos clearly show that people really want to use their specialized data and knowledge with LLMs. Therefore, I think that these kind of interfaces between data and LLMs are a key ingredient for the widespread usage of LLMs in personalized contexts. Anyway, let's move on with the next repo, gptel. This project brings AI-powered language models directly into Emacs, giving users the ability to interact with large language models. It supports, as always, all kinds of models, and it works across any Emacs buffer, allowing instant asynchronous and even multimodal interactions, meaning you can include images or documents alongside text. Whether you're writing code, taking notes, or just exploring ideas, gptel integrates LLM capabilities in a way that feels like a natural extension of Emacs itself. I guess Emacs is not everybody's business, but I think it shows again how these models become deeply embedded in everyday workflows and tools. And last but not least, Fish Speech, a popular text-to-speech program, is trending again on Github. Fish Speech offers zero-shot and few-shot text-to-speech (TTS) capabilities, allowing users to generate high-quality speech output from a 10 to 30-second vocal sample. It supports multilingual and cross-lingual text input without relying on phonemes and achieves a low error rate for English text. And it also features a user-friendly web UI, again written in Gradio. I think I should take a look at Gradio. It seems to be pretty popular in the LLM community for quickly creating user interfaces for Gen AI applications. Anyway, Fish Speech also integrates automatic speech recognition, ASR, with text-to-speech for enabling timbre control and emotional speech synthesis. This was the AI Github Trend Report for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.